Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. As we approach the primaries for the two major political parties in Nigeria, most shocking news are coming up, especially when it has to do with choosing a consensus candidate for APC. Now, you'll be so shocked that all those that have been clamoring for presidential ticket from APC, none of them have been considered as the Senate has been presented with a particular candidate, which has caused a lot of crack in the Senate caucus of the All Progressive Congress. We are going to be looking at who the person is and why they are choosing the person and why many are rejecting him. But before we give you full details of the news, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. According to the news, there is a crack in the Senate caucus of the All Progressive Congress APC over the alleged move to endorse Senate President Ahmed Lawan as the consensus presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress. Some lawmakers had earlier expressed their support for other presidential aspirant in the party ahead of the 2023 race. For instance, the lawmaker representing Borno South in the Senate, Arlene Dume, is leading the campaign for Rotimi Amechi, and the lawmaker representing Borno Central Senatorial District, Kazim Shettima, is playing a key role in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's campaign, while the lawmaker representing Kano South, Kabiru Gaya, is in charge of the campaign of the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Aside from the name listed above, other senators are presidential aspirants they are supporting. Dume, in an interview, said that Lawan's camp had not reached out to him, saying they have not come because they know my position. I have nothing against Ahmed Lawan, he is my colleague, but I have everything against injustice. I won't support even my biological brother filing a northerner in tantamount to injustice and tantamount to a third term. The so-called northern elders that are pushing it are doing so to perpetuate injustice. It is the turn of the South, and we have to support them to actualize this. I am disappointed with those that are pushing this. I had since taken position even before my alignment with Amechi. Another lawmaker said Lawan is not under pressure to join the rest but has a personal agenda. The lawmaker said that the brainchild of Lawan and his few allies. It is untrue that he is being pushed by northern elders. He's pushing himself. Otherwise, tell them to mention the northern elder who are there. It is purely his aspiration and nobody is pushing him. Rather, he is pushing people to key into the project. They are planning to present him as the Senate consensus candidate, and we are not going to outrightly and publicly resist being railroaded into this failed project. A lawmaker in Lawan's camp claimed that the Senate president is being pressured to join the 2023 race by northern elders. The lawmaker, when asked to mention the names of the lawmaker pressurizing Lawan to contest, said, "It is not for public consumption. I am one of them. Am I not an elder at over 70 and I have been in politics for over 4 decades?" Another lawmaker camp in the Senate President's camp said Lawan is one of us and we will do all possible within our reach to support him. He is one of us. I mean, this is quite shocking, and especially considering the fact that despite the chaos going on in the country, people are still rooting for the northerner to be in power. And just like Ndume has rightly said, this is clear-cut injustice for the South, whether it is inscripted or whether it is written in the constitution of the individual party. But one thing is certain, Nigerians know that there is north, south, east, and west. And majorly, people talk about the north and the south. So if the northerners were not being troubled in 2019 by the south for bringing forth and supporting a candidate, this is exactly the time for the south. And if they are presenting any candidate, is a pointer to the fact that they do not have any feelings about what is ongoing in the country. And currently, as we are talking, we know that so many political parties have hosted the southern candidate for that position. And if the northern elders keep on pushing for a northerner to take over that position, then they should be ready because they are pushing for something they won't be able to stand up to. Now, number one, who is Lawan? How effective has he been being the Senate president of Nigeria? What has he done that can one can say this guy have the capacity to lead 200 million people? For me, I can't really point at any because unfortunately he's been remote controlled by every the executive. We have not seen the legislature stand against certain things that executive are doing, despite all the major borrowings that have been carried out in the country. For one day, we've not seen any form of resistance coming from the Senate. Sometimes they'll speak about it, but the next minute you'll be so shocked that they will call for that document and they will sign it. We do not need a push around kind of president. We need someone who have capacity, someone who can decide to swim against the tide without giving a hoot whose ox is God. That's the kind of person we need. Nigeria, where we are currently, from spiritual angle, from physical angle, Nigeria is sitting on a cake of gunpowder. I heard a prophecy from one lady and from America, and she was talking about so many things about Nigeria that more groups are coming up. Unfortunately, the president is not, or the government is not even preparing on how to quell the abilities and capability of these groups that are springing up on a daily basis. And guess what? Immediately, these so-called nefarious men realize that Nigeria is a cake which they can eat a chunk of it. They will not be ready to give up on Project Nigeria. They will take it up as a national cake for themselves and continue with what is ongoing. And I mean, it is high time the president stood up and do what is expected of him. But for 2023, Nigerians owe themselves a responsibility to step out with their voters card, to say no to certain things. Apart from even Nigerians, I feel that at this point, the delegates of those individual major parties, PDP, APC, owe Nigerians a duty because some of them believe that this thing is just a game. We go into it, make good money, and walk out of it. But guess what? Someday events will happen where that question will be thrown at your face when you were in position of leadership. What did you do to make sure that a moment like this does not come? What were the things that you did? Say you were going after money. Now can the money salvage you? Moments like that will come. So at a time like this, where we are hearing this northerners say this, say that, forgetting about that there's something called injustice which nobody is happy about, I feel that the delegates should prove them wrong by selecting a southerner who will rule this country and correct the abnormalities that had currently bedevil the nation. I like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. What do you think about the Senate president?